You've got to wonder what the advantages of having a camper van and two adventurous people are when you're in Thailand. And the answer is you can go wherever you want.
We're Daryl and Megan from New Zealand, and we've interrupted our lives to drive our self-built campervan It Zwibble from Malaysia to the top of Scotland.
Along the way, we'll discover incredible places, experience new cultures, and share the highs, the lows, and everything in between. This multi-year journey is a big dream for us, and we're so pleased you're here. Welcome to the Peterson Odyssey.
We are about to do the Mae Hong Son Loop. We're not doing the true Mae Hong Son Loop. We're adapting it. We're going to make it fit our itinerary. So we're going to start ourselves in Mae Sot, which is right on the border there with Myanmar. We're going to head north quite a bit, then linking up with the loop, as most people know, and then we're going to track it all around until we get ourselves to Chiang Mai. We're doing it this way, as you saw from us in our previous episode, where we were. This is probably the most convenient way for us to start it. You might be asking, Daryl, Megan, why are you doing this? And I think I can quite simply say that after some investigating on things on what to do in Thailand, somehow the algorithm got me to what is actually more of a motorcycle loop, which is what we're on. And I was like, well, I don't have a motorcycle, but I do have an It Zwibble. You know, they said that it is a very twisty, turny, but very scenic ride to drive. So, well, I think I can try and do that. So, yeah, that's basically the crux of what started this.
Sometimes this isn't, I'm not even sure what I'm expecting when I come to a country, and this is not what I expected of Thailand.
So I guess with what we're doing, we're in hills and we're about to start climbing to some altitude.
Either way, this is our first morning, I guess, as we head into the western hilly country of Thailand. This drive is all about the drive, and we've just come around a corner. I'll see if I can capture it, but we can see the kind of mist that's just above us and these beautiful limestone hills. Checkpoint, Daryl?
Yep, checkpoint.
We pulled up to that checkpoint and I was just filming, and then I realised he actually wanted to stop us and said some stuff in Thai, and we said, no Thai! And then I was like, okay, what have I got? So up here I've got our driving permit. And then he's like, passport. So he checked our passports, all good. But that's our first, how many checkpoints have we gone through? About 8?
Less than 10.
Yeah. So under 10 checkpoints, that's the first one we've been stopped at. No problems, nice guy. And we got a wave from the other people there, so that's nice. But I'm guessing because we're so close to the Myanmar border. Oh my God, look at this. How cool. There's all this mist. Oh, sometimes I'm just like, why is my camera just so adequate? If my calculations are correct, and by that I mean if my map is correct, then very possibly, very shortly, we should be able to see Myanmar. It should be just on the other side of the river, because that's the boundary between Thailand and Myanmar. But obviously I've never been on this road. I don't know exactly what we're going to be able to see, so it's worth giving it a go. So we stopped for lunch at a viewpoint, which we showed you before. We were like, oh, we'll drive on a bit, maybe stop at some other little temples. That was my idea, not so much Daryl's. So we're going to drive and make our way up to where we're planning to sleep tonight. But in the meantime, the weather has packed in. This is a tropical, stormy downpour. This is not light rain anymore, right?
Oh yeah, it's wet, but we're not, thankfully. So yeah, just taking our time. No rush. We just get there safely.
Yeah, and so it's times like this that I'm so grateful that when we got the van roof repaired, we got all the possible spots for rain sealed up. So this, I think, is a pretty good test to make sure that that worked. And thus far, it's okay inside. Soon before about at least the van's dry, and I came back here and this was saturated and there was water. There is water on the ground. Let's see what we're dealing with. Okay, so that's what we use. Oh yeah. Bugger. And then the back of our bed was also wet.
Yeah, it's just a little bit.
A little bit damp there.
Yeah, nothing major though.
So we've talked about this for about the last, I don't know how long, Daryl? Hour? And we probably need to come up with a better solution. So when we put the new solar panels on, the guy who installed them suggested that we remove the rain cover from them so that we could get the replacement solar panels. Couldn't source the exact size to replace the H shape of our solar panel configuration. He's right that the solar panel covers it, but I guess with the rain, the torrential rain, the driving rain and the direction, it was just a bit too much. We've been thinking about some solutions, maybe getting a bit of a shroud around the front, maybe around the whole solar array. Well, good morning, it's our second day on this road trip and we woke up about an hour ago and left the car park that we were sleeping in and have come up to this viewpoint to have breakfast with a view. So you hungry, Petey?
Yes, yes. We're going to treat you guys with the view what we can see out there rather than trying to just stick the camera through. It's definitely twisty turny. There has been some pretty amazing views going from point to point. A lot of it can be very monotonous, straight motorway driving, which is great, you know, when you want to go from A to B. But yeah, this, you know, a different side of Thailand, definitely a different side of Thailand. Like you know, the pictures you have of this country in your head, it blows that away for sure. And another thing, that's just another reason why we've got our It Zwibble, just so we can do stuff like this. Now, it's a very long journey that we've got planned ahead of us to get to Europe. Now, if we wanted to, we could do it boringly and just go bang, 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 and just smack everything out. But yeah, I think this is just a bit more of an adventure.
She's a dirty girl. I've just asked Daryl to pull over because I thought that this spot was kind of pretty, so I thought we should have a look.
Hong Son. So this is the town that the loop is named after, and we're here. It's a bit of a like woo kind of moment, but yeah, it's kind of cool to be here actually. We're still about 100 or so k's away from Pai, which is the next township away. That should take a bit over 2 hours to get to. There's also an option where you can do a bamboo rafting ride through a cave, which we're looking at doing. Probably actually one like wow moment that we had maybe half an hour or so ago as we kind of went around a corner, and right in front was this huge waterfall just coming off a cliff. Didn't even know about it, and I was like, oh my god.
I was just talking about waterfalls, so we've come to the Pa Sua waterfalls, which I have been told via AI means the tiger waterfalls. We'll go see what these are about.
Let's go see some tigers.
So all these places have information signs, and this has just told me that Pa Sua has nothing to do with tigers, and it's named because as the water goes over the cliff it looks like a mat. Mat, M-A-T, not T-I-G-E-R. So don't believe everything AI tells you, it's not that intelligent. So we've just left the waterfall and we're coming up this windy part, and It Zwibble is doing a few wheel spins. She's finding it just a little tricky.
It was the tight inside corner of a hairpin, while it was also inclining up. Yeah, a little bit like,
She did. She didn't like that at all. I keep thinking, gosh, I'd love to do this on a motorbike, and then I remembered I'd actually be really scared. Thankfully, the weather held out and we could come to the Tham Lot caves here in Mae Hong Son. These were the things that I wanted to do more than anything on this road trip. Each group was paired with a local guide who made sure that we had safe passage into the cave system. It's big. It does look like a curtain. Wow. Yeah.
huge.
So big. We've been in quite a few caves in our time in Southeast Asia, but never have we gone on a bamboo raft through the cavern complex. Yeah, they're noisy. There are 3 separate caverns inside this cave complex. We chose to only go to cavern 1 and 3, and we're coming up to cavern 3, and this one was really interesting to both of us because there were archaeological ruins found in here. After we climbed up into the top of the cave at the end of the boat ride, we came across these wooden sarcophagi, and these are a couple of thousand years old, and because of the temperature and the climate they've been preserved here in the cave, which I think is pretty cool. This is probably our last sightseeing for the day.
Yes, more than likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we started about 6:30 and it's now just after 5 o'clock.
Yeah, we have come to Pai Canyon. So we're in the town of Pai. This is where we're going to stay tonight. And then apparently there's a canyon, so we're going to come check this out before we figure out where we're actually sleeping for the night.
You did it.
Yay! Everyone must get to that point up there and go, on how do we do it? Because that's what we did. That's what they're all doing. It's not so bad, just got sandy hands.
It's like going over a mountain range. You get to the top and you think, yes, I'm at the top. And then you go, here's another one. Good morning, everyone. It's about 11 in the morning, so yeah, very late start.
Yep.
But Megan's just been posting the latest episode onto YouTube.
Do you want to say the plan for the day, Stan?
The plan now is to pretty much go very close to the northern part of Thailand, or definitely the part of Thailand where it joins with Thailand, Laos and Myanmar, the Golden Triangle. So that's about 340 kilometres away, or nearly 6.5 hours. So we've got a long journey. So we better get going.
So the town of Pai is where we stayed last night. We just stayed at a park in the middle of the city, and it was a really good park up spot actually. It was great. It was in the centre of town. Seems to be a bit of a backpacker hub, digital nomads, and the only thing I'd say about it is it doesn't feel very Thai. There's heaps of Western Hemisphere looking people, whatever that means to you. I'll just leave that there. We would count ourselves in that. But yeah, it's just very global. And for that reason, I don't know if I would come back here. We're coming up to where you would normally turn off to complete the Mae Hong Son Loop and go back to Chiang Mai. But because we are heading up to the Golden Triangle, we are going a slightly different direction.
Alright, so after 3 days of driving, and we've still got less than another 4 hours to go.
Because we're overlanding in our own vehicle, we're in charge of our own destiny. We are doing our own thing and heading north.
We're finally on the main road. I think this is Highway 1 for Thailand, but we turn off at about another 1.3 k's.
I think the essence is we need to enjoy it while it lasts. Your arms must be sore from all those turns. No, she's a lovely van to drive. I shouldn't be so critical of our girl. As we're filming here, Gerald just said, oh, that's Laos over there. There it is. We've been there. We're going back. There's the Mekong. There's Laos. It's quite different from the south of Laos where we've been, eh?
Yeah.
Was it 2 days ago? We could see Myanmar from the other side of the river. This is quite a different view. As people from New Zealand, we are a country, is an island nation, and our closest neighbours are 3 hours flight away? It's so cool and crazy. It just blows my mind a little bit. That's another country, and theoretically you could kayak there, you could swim there. We are how far away? Oh, we're very close to the Golden Triangle. I guess you can see why we've come to this part of Thailand, just to check it out.
Clearly Laos is excited that we're here. We're here. We are in the Golden Triangle on the Thailand side. So obviously this side of the river is Thailand. That little bit right there, that is Myanmar. And then over here with basically everything else is Laos. I don't know, how many places on earth is there a point that shows 3 different countries? This is why I want to be here, is because it doesn't happen too often.
If you need a visual of what Daryl just explained, here it is. So we're here in Thailand, Myanmar, Laos, where all the thunder's coming from. Wanted to see where 3 countries meet when I was researching different things to do. It was the House of Opium Museum that was recommended, so we're going to go and check that out now. We learned so much in this museum, and honestly it put the Golden Triangle in context for us. We didn't know that much about the opium route, how it came from Europe and all the way over towards this cluster of Southeast Asian countries. So it was great to understand that, to understand a little bit about the production of opium and how trade was regulated through things like standard weights and measures.
How heavy do you reckon it is?
Heavier than I think.
It's a couple of kilos.
Surely all my time in the gym is worth it. No! Whoa! These are opium lamps. So they'd use this to heat up the opium, but not kerosene because it made the opium not taste nice apparently. As non-drug users, this is kind of interesting. So these are opium pillows to help people keep their head elevated while smoking before they pass out. The Golden Triangle became a major centre for opium production and trade, particularly through the upheaval that followed the end of colonial rule in neighbouring Myanmar and Laos. As borders, governments and different groups competed for control across this region, the opium trade became intertwined with politics and conflict. One of the most notorious figures to emerge was Kun Sa, a Shan warlord who became one of the biggest names in the Golden Triangle drug trade. And then this diorama captures a skirmish, pretty big one by the look of it, that happened in 1967. And if you look, it's just where we were. It's Thailand, Myanmar and Laos.
Would you believe it? To go in there is only for 2 people, 100 baht. And it was pretty good. Very informative. I can't say anything more. Come to it.
When we set out on the Mae Hong Son Loop, we really didn't know what to expect. It's a route we'd seen people tackle on motorbikes. We didn't have a motorbike. We had It Zwibble, 3.5 tonnes, 7 metres long, and loaded to the gills with everything we'd need to drive around the world. So naturally we thought, why not? And we're glad we did. It wasn't the Thailand either of us had imagined. The mountains, the mists, the waterfalls, those incredible roads, and all the little places we discovered along the way. And instead of turning back towards Chiang Mai and completing the traditional loop, we did what we do best. We changed the plan, kept heading north, and ended up here at the Golden Triangle. I think Daryl was right.
I think this is just a bit more of an adventure.
We could take the quickest route from Malaysia to Scotland, but where is the adventure in that? If you've enjoyed coming along with us, we'd love it if you subscribe to the Peterson Odyssey. And next Sunday, we're staying in northern Thailand as we explore Chiang Rai and Chiang Mai before it's time to point It Zwibble towards another border.